So if you start avoiding these foods that I'm about to show you, you're gonna massively speed up your fat loss. And I'm not gonna keep you wondering or waiting. We're gonna start right in here in my relatively messy kitchen, although I did clean up just a little bit for you. The first one that you wanna consider is almonds. Almonds, a lot of people actually say these are a health food. The baby's going crazy already. A lot of people say almonds are, it's a super health food. And yes, I mean, almonds are great. Nothing is inherently wrong with almonds. But the one thing that you're gonna run into with almonds is that this right here, that right there is almost 200 calories worth of almonds. That's it, one serving. You eat that, it's not gonna leave you feeling very full. Now again, nuts in general, like they're great food. But when you're trying to lose fat, the game here is volume of food versus calories. So that's one thing to consider. Now make sure to watch to the end of the video because I think the last one's gonna shock you. Now the next one is actually another food that a lot of people see as just a healthy food, and that's actually yogurt. Now, depending on the type of yogurt that you're gonna get, the problem that tends to be with yogurt is that it tends to just be very high in sugar. Now, again, I'm not one that's gonna tell you it's evil, it's bad, it's gonna kill you. It doesn't matter what you think! But when something's higher in sugar, it's gonna be higher in carbohydrates. Yogurts in general tend to just be low in protein. A lot of people think of them as having a lot of protein. You might be getting like anywhere between like 6 to maybe 12 grams of protein in a yogurt, but it's gonna be higher in calories and lower in protein. And the other problem with that is that because it's lower in protein, it's gonna be less satiating. It's not gonna leave you feeling as full. And the big problem that I would argue with yogurt is that it doesn't involve much chewing. It's very easy to eat. So, I mean, you can consume an entire yogurt. It's probably maybe 150 calories. It's not gonna leave you feeling that full because chewing actually has been shown in research that it's connected to our satiety. It'll affect the different ways that hormones will tell us that we're full. And so chewing something well is a signal that your body will use to say, yep, I'm satisfied, like I don't need anything more. Now, with yogurt, what do a lot of people pair with yogurt? That's granola. Granola, a lot of people think as a great option, some granola with your yogurt, right? But the problem here that you're gonna find with granola, I mean this one in particular, this is 60 grams for 260 calories. So I wanna show you, this is 63 grams of granola, like that's it. I mean, you're not talking much here. I could easily dump that on my yogurt. That's like 300 calories right there. For instance, you could eat like two chicken breasts that are like that big for that amount of calories. So really the problem with granola is, again, it's gonna be high in carbohydrates. Sometimes there's sugar added, but you're usually topping it with something or eating it plain, but there's not a lot of protein in there. There's not a lot of volume of food. Again, I mean, look at the volume of food in that compared to, something else like a sweet potato. You're getting a lot more volume of food for fewer calories. Okay, the next one is another one that a lot of people think is a great health food, and that's an apple with peanut butter, right? I mean, how many people talk about this? Again, there's nothing inherently wrong with these foods. These are both good foods. Healthy fats, great natural source of fiber, water, fruits, there's vitamins, minerals, different things in here. But the problem is, this is 2 tablespoons of peanut butter right there, okay? So I want you to see, like, that's it. So most people are probably gonna eat more than that because they're having a little bit with each bite of their apple or each apple slice. So it's gonna be super easy because to consume a lot of calories because peanut butter is low in protein. It's got some protein, but it's primarily just a fat. So fat's gonna be higher in calories. Yes, it can help with satiety, but protein is actually gonna be the best way to help with your satiety. So you're gonna consume, an apple and peanut butter, potentially eat up anywhere of like 300 to 400 calories right there, and that's it. I mean, that could be an entire meal depending on how you do it. But what I do want you to remember here is that, I'm showing a lot of different foods here. Some of them might actually be really important to you. And if that's the case, then fat loss is about sustainability, so make this sustainable. If you enjoy these foods, if you love them, if they're staples, I want you to include them because, for instance, when I'm trying to lose fat, I'm still eating pizza and ice cream. I include that in my nutrition because we do a family pizza movie night and we do ice cream sundaes on those nights. And that's massively important to me, and I want to be able to enjoy that food with my family. So I include it. I make it a part of my lifestyle. Okay, so the next one, I don't actually happen to have one here, but that would be smoothies. Now smoothies, again, it's like this super health food. A lot of people associate health with smoothies, but the problem with smoothies is you can blend like multiple pieces of fruit into a smoothie, and it's very easy to drink. So it's gonna be, again, it's a little higher in sugar and carbohydrates. Again, nothing inherently wrong, in my opinion, with the sugar that's in a fruit, but just the problem is that it's going to be higher in carbohydrates. Sometimes people put fats in there, coconut oil, avocado or something like that, mix it in there, but it's going to be very low in protein, and protein is going to be one of the keys to helping you feel full. So it's going to be very easy to eat a lot of fruit because you're drinking it, but better yet would actually just to be having something like a protein shake, because a protein shake, then you're going to be getting a big dose of protein, which is going to help keep your body feeling full. You're gonna have more satiety. But even better than that, in my opinion, would be to have something that you have to chew. Because again, going back to that chewing, when you involve chewing, that's gonna massively impact how full that you feel. Okay, now are you seeing a theme with all of these so far? The focus is looking at the volume of food compared to the calories in the food. None of these are bad foods. I eat them all, our family eats them all. I mean, that's why I have them in my house. But you wanna be thinking about this game of volume of food versus the calories. Because I mean, ultimately, yes, the foods that we're eating do matter, but fat loss still does come down to energy balance. I mean, it's the law of thermodynamics. We gotta make sure that we're eating less than our body needs to just function. So if we need this amount to maintain our weight, we gotta eat a little bit under that in order to lose weight. So the foods are gonna play a massive role in how full you feel, therefore allowing you to stay in that calorie deficit for a longer period of time and burn the fat. Okay, so the next one is actually liquid calories. Now, hopefully you've heard this before, but liquid calories are going to be an easy way to be over consuming your calories. I mean, think about like juices, sodas, but better yet than that, like how about coffee creamer? I mean, so this one actually took me a long time to adopt some better habits, but my wife used to actually ask me, do you want some coffee with your creamer? Oh, that's okay. And although that gives me a laugh now, I mean, that's how much creamer I would be consuming. And you can easily be having like 300 calories of creamer in your coffee. So think about how you can avoid drinking your calories, because again, chewing is going to make you feel more full. You're gonna have more satiety. One of the other foods that most people think is super healthy, and it tends to be like their option when they go to a restaurant, is a salad. I mean, right? What's wrong with a salad? It's leafy greens, there's vegetables in there. The fiber's awesome. That's a lot of volume of food. I mean, this is basically negligent calories. I don't track this if I eat this. Now this is spinach. Most people tend to use like an iceberg lettuce, which is fine. I mean, there are better options, but it's still fiber, it's watery vegetables, it's gonna help you feel full. But the problem with salads is that you're gonna be adding loads of dressing. Now, if you go to a restaurant, I'm telling you, I've ordered salads at a restaurant that are higher calories than getting a burger and fries. It's insane. So you're dumping a bunch of salad. I mean, for instance, I don't know why I'm doing this. Okay, that right there is that's about 130 to 150 calories of dressing right there. I mean, you're gonna dump that on, I don't know why I just put it on my hand. So the dressing alone is gonna make a massive impact on a salad. And the other problem is that most people tend not to pack their salads with protein, because if you're gonna have a salad, like great, you can have it as a side, that's cool. But if you load that salad up with some chicken, some beef, some pork, something like that, that protein combined with a little bit of fat, if you pick a good dressing or maybe some olive oil or something like that, combined with all of the fiber in the vegetables, that's a recipe for a very filling meal that's gonna make you feel full. But now that you actually know the worst foods, the next step is like, what should you be eating? What are the best foods that you probably want to eat? And so click this video right up over here. And as always, go get strong. But first, just go give your kids a hug like I'm allowed to go do. Because frankly, I think family matters way more than this. And I'll see you over there on the next video.